Hey there, everybody. Robert Taylor with Wonderscape Creations. Continuing on to video 3 of our weapon setup to make sure that our new weapons will do everything that they should. Um, so that Narrative Pro file that I forgot that caused that error flag caused me to forget one thing we needed to go over in the last video. So we're going to quickly touch on that before we go into the animation blueprint. So you'll see here damage type class, how we set it to ACF cut damage type. The reason why this matters, and it's arguably extremely important, is ACF has all of their stuff in here. So stagger, multiply for one. This is for the equilibrium. So when somebody gets staggered, damage tags. As you can see, he has that empty right now. An array of tags identifying this damage type. But then we have gas. So for this one, we need to choose the attack parameters influence and the defense parameter percentages. So which one? So this shows right here that melee damage, the attribute called melee damage, influences this damage type by a scaling factor of 1. So this multiplies. So if it was 1.1, it would be even more powerful. 10%, but still more powerful. Then we have the defensive parameter. So physical defense reduces the damage by 0.4, so by 40%. That's a pretty high number, sure, but that's per game. You make it how you want. This is the old system. It's deprecated. It'll eventually go away. If you're using the old system, then obviously that stuff is still set up. For all of us, this doesn't have to be just one. As you can see, it's an array. So for us, what I mean is we are going to have fire damage, specifically fire damage. But something to note is what will increase the damage is fire damage, the fire damage attribute, the magic damage attribute, and there was one other, I can't remember off the top of my mind. So there's 3 separate ones. So we'll have the damage be determined this way. 3 different attributes planned and plugged in right here. For defense, obviously, if they have fire resistance and magic resistance, then it'll reduce the damage. So you can set this up however you want. Make it as complex or as simple as you'd like. So now that we are done with that, the next thing we need to do is we need to get our animations set up how they should be. And that requires a step on our part. So you need to go to your character, which, as you can see, I'm at Arya. That's our main character for this game. And we have our skeletal mesh here, which is where we set up Arya. But this is the generic retarget. Ignore this one. Scroll up. You'll see one that's called mesh. This is what controls the actual animation of our character. As you can see, I created my own, a child of ACFU's motion matching setup. That way I can change things in here and not have to worry about losing that work. I already have it open up right here. I'm going to close this because we no longer need that. And we no longer leave this up just in case. So in here, in our animation blueprint, you need to go to the details panel. And you're going to scroll down until you see the ACF. And then you have a whole bunch of settings right here. Config. That way you can configure your character to do things how you want. And what we are focusing on in this one is the movesets. So, glad I left this open. If we come here, you see moveset. If you want to have a specific moveset for my spear, then we would hit the plus sign. We would create a new moveset.spear. And when it's looking for the moveset, it's going to find the moveset.spear under the moveset layers. And if we come over here, move set overlay is right here. Overlay layers. This is where we set this up. So I have my greatsword here. Me personally, I'm going to search for it because I'm just going to duplicate this one. So Control D. I'll tell you what it is once I open it up. That way you can just create yours. Spear overlay. You're going to want to create an overlay that is a child of ACF MM base overlay. Now, obviously, when you go to create, if I come over here to animation blueprint, it's going to ask for a skeleton. Look, search for ACF, create. That actually isn't going to work because I missed a step. We'll delete that again. Parent class. You need to make sure we look for ACF underscore MM base overlay. There it is. Make sure you have that selected. Okay, that helps. It gives you one skeleton to choose from. So yeah, just do it that way and then hit create, name it. Things have gotten a little easier since last time I did this. But once it's named, open it up. We're going to come in here so that I can explain to you what's here. This is where you're going to set up the aim offsets. For now, just keep the one that he has until you learn more about offsets. I personally don't know much about the offsets as well. This one works for what we need at the moment. But for the overlays, idle overlay. So the overlay animation. So the animation used when idling with the weapon. Right now I have it set at protector idle, so the top half is going to look like protector idle while the bottom half does the motion matching. So I've kept it at the protector idle for now because I need to go through all my animations to make sure they're set up correctly. And then you have the locomotion stances overlays. So stances dot blocking. So you have right here. ACF underscore block overlay underscore AS. So that's where we set up our blocking animations and our aiming animations. So make sure you have this created. And we're going to go ahead and hit save. Come back over here to our motion matching template child that we made. And I'm going to come up here to the overlay layers, hit the plus sign. And I'm going to look for my MM spear overlay. And then I'm going to look for the spear moveset. Now if we hit compile and save, we hit play, there we go. We're no longer T-posing. We have our weapon in hand. But you'll see we are punching and kicking. We're not actually doing anything at the moment. And that's to be expected. So, in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and get the attacks working. That is going to be the lengthiest of all the episodes, so buckle up for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.